That's the idea of here. So hey, terminal. Oh, it literally is a terminal. A short ASCII-based puzzle platformer. Oh, it's a puzzle platformer. Type the command in a terminal to help build your world and find your way to the next level.
Oh, this is very Zork. I like it.
I'm a little bit... I don't feel like I should be that surprised.
Use arrow keys to move, space or up to jump, and enter to bring up command mode, which will allow you to type commands. Commands are -H. At any time you can type /H, pardon me, for help. LS for list of files and directories in your directory. Open and clear. Okay. Here it is. Welcome to the terminal. Press enter. Oh, this is an image? No? Use arrow keys to move. There we go.
Oh.
Ah!
Oh, that's really weird.
A fatal error has occurred.
This is already really not what I expected.
I already really like this, actually.
This is funny.
Okay.
Oh, it's
LS.
terrain.
Very, very Zork.
QA.
What?
Oh,
Q&A.
Can you jump?
Okay, what happens if I
Oh, this is so
what happens if I
cool.
open level
Oh, I bet that
O2
changes your character's
text.
collision geometry as you type.
Really? Okay, well, I'm gonna be ballsy and just say clear. I had to find out. Okay. Use arrow keys, command line, use ls /open. Fine. Enter ls.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, wait. So, as you type more things, you have to
Open.
keep descending
qa.text.
in order to not die.
The transition from command mode to not command mode is a little awkward. Open file2.text. Okay. What about open file 2? Are you not?
Oh, that's weird that
Open.
it's highlighted. Oh.
Oh, come on. Okay, file 2. Reminder. Review Ludum 45 submission. Run gen level 3 to generate level 3. You can use -H to help. Okay. Now, normally in Linux, it requires you to pull in // then gen_level 3, but I assume that's not going to do anything. Nope.
Yeah.
Confirm.
No, I think it's just the command.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
Oh, you have to get over to that like orange text in order to like hit enter.
Oh
right?
my goodness.
Like,
Wow,
I'm not
those
off base
those
there,
jumps
right?
did.
Like...
Yeah, no, that sounds about right. Oh, come on, enter. There we go. Use arrow keys, blah, 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 blah. Command, I'm going to say ls. There are no files in this directory. That's exactly what we needed. And then...
You can still type gen level 3.
Right, gen_level 3. What happens? Is it...
Oh, how can you even get there now?
How clear... gen level 3. There. Oh, open. Level 3 text. /H. Oh, wow. ls. Assets. This sounds familiar. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so we just need to type in ls for whatever.
Honestly, this is really fun. Like, it's a really lovely merge of...
Oh, this is bad.
Oh,
Virus.sh.
This is really clever, the whole thing.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking. It's a really nice marriage of, like...
Open passwords.txt.
Scripting
Insufficient
and, like,
password
actual...
Oh my
privilege.
god, we need to elevate our privileges.
Imagery.
We need to elevate our terminal.
Okay.
Wait, Taro, type sudo open.
You know what? You're right.
No,
Sudo
you gotta
open.
go back and like get back onto passwords.txt.
Oh!
Oh, we don't have sufficient privileges. We're
Delete.
not under the wheel group.
We are not super users.
Okay,
One
so
day.
here, clear.
One fine day.
Yeah.
So this is gonna be awkward. And then what was it? Oh, we need to open ls. Okay, I don't know how I pulled that off. Open. The end.
It is kind of weird. That
Oh,
these
careful, Raumo. There.
See, like I've never seen that Unix error before.
Have you?
I haven't. It's kind of weird that like the collision on the orange words stays even after you clear the screen.
I don't think it does. You know
Well,
what?
then
Let's
why
test
do you,
it.
Why do you land on things? You know.
Yeah,
Oh,
see, it doesn't.
Okay.
You can stop. You can stop your downfall by hitting enter.
Oh, that's what's going on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Well, that was my fault. You can blame that on me.
I'm gonna blame Linus Torvald.
The I'm gonna be completely honest. The platforming controls is not very good, largely because it's hard to tell where the platform bounds are. And as someone who actually made a text-based platformer myself, that is a hard problem to solve. So, mad respect for trying to get this together.
As much as I hate to suggest it, some wireframe boxes would really help.
Yeah,
this, I think.
it really would.
Still, for a Game Jam game, this is really good.
Yeah.
I very much hope that it will be expanded in the future because it seems really
LS.
fun.
There we go.
So, did you just happen to like, at exactly the right time, stop your cursor on that line, or did it like pop you back to the right spot?
I think it popped me at the right. Or no,
Okay.
I think I got it right
Okay.
the first time because it didn't seem to detect that I was actually on this collider. How? Okay, this is scary. Okay, the S is the collision. Oh, okay, you got ghost platforms. That's good. Thank you. And command open the end.txt. Closing terminal session. Session time 479. Fatal errors encountered 7. Terminal session ended. Created by Jade. Okay, well, whatever. Ludum Dari 45. Thanks for playing. Close application or press any key to continue.
That game was pretty sick.
Yeah, it's really cool.
I concur. Approval.
All right, so we played this. Also, I forgot to mark this as now playing. So now it's. I'm gonna rate it soon. But yeah. So as mentioned earlier, we're looking for row numbers. Again, for example, if you made the game Paintrush, and if you give us the row number 6, that would be great. Please type it into your chat. Akaban is here, so already I can tell that they're going to be telling us that yes, number 6 is the next game we should be playing. But I'll give it another few minutes to see if anyone else hops in. Otherwise, I was going to ask who would like to join in next as the host. We will be cycling hosts as well. So I before I go too far into this, I usually try to give like a thorough description of my thoughts on Terminal. As mentioned earlier, the platform controls did not feel very comfortable to me. And I feel like that was a pretty big deal breaker to me because I didn't have... That part to me wasn't that fun. Hitting enter to then enter to start entering your commands did not feel very intuitive either. Although I don't know how else to fix that. It's a weird thing to switch between like, oh, I need to platform right now to never mind, I want to start typing in commands. And especially like hitting the enter key starts becoming like a scary activity because of that. Because what if you're in middle command mode and you're falling down to your death?
It doesn't really communicate the state change, right? Like if the cursor changed color when you
Right.
hit enter, maybe that would help a bit.
So I think the idea is ridiculously cool, and don't get me wrong, I definitely want to see. Okay, fall number 17. Thank you. And I definitely want to see more of this because that was really cool. It's probably gonna scare a lot of people, so I'm not gonna lie. It's probably gonna be a very niche concept, but I liked it.
I like niche concepts.
Yes, me too. I like the idea. I think a lot of control-related and game feel-related things should have been implemented. And as mentioned earlier, just any sort of boundary box to let us know, that how large the platform is and how large your character is, because that was also one thing that I had troubles understanding. Would have been really useful because I found it hard to guess where I'm supposed to be in. All right. Other than that, let's switch to Paintbrush, and then note to self that I need to find Terminal and start rating that soon.
So, Muse, since you won't be here the entire time, do you want to host this one?
No.
Cool.
I want to eat my cake.
Well, you know, I don't blame you for that. I can host it then.
All right. Should we run the WebGL version, or is there any specific preference? Equilibre. That must have sounded really terrible. With Andrew stuffing a microphone in between the couch, two mattresses.
No, I muted it.
Oh, okay.
I muted it.
Oh well, let's switch seats.
We need to put like a laptop rack right here. Okay. This is Paintbrush by Equilibre. Okay.
I hope we pronounce that correctly, Equilibre.
You can correct us if we're saying it wrong.
Yeah, absolutely.
Punch any key. This is a good sign. Oh well.
Don't hurt the computer.
Okay.
So just to kind of explain our situation here, we have a.
Oh, I like this already. This is awesome.
The art's nice.
I love the art. The sprite is
Oh,
threatening but adorable.
There's a level of
Let's look at the controls real quick.
the unfinished goose is the name. Unfinished swan, pardon me.
Did you
Q
see?
and D. What?
You are being advised to play full screen to avoid controls override.
Oh, okay.
Yes, in the lower right-hand corner.
I am having trouble finding that icon. Oh, there it is.
There it is.
Okay.
Hey.
Yay.
This is so cute.
I'll try to monitor the chat in the meantime.
Thank you, Taro. What?
Ooh.
Okay, so it seems like there's like a pit there. Can I climb over this? No, okay.
Yeah, it's a very unfinished swan.
Oh,
Oh, nice. Foreshadowing.
oh, okay, so those are not collectibles. Okay.
It really keeps you guessing. I like that.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what to do here. Okay, I don't really want to run back that way, because as far as I can tell, there isn't much going on there.
Don't.
Q, D, F. Right click. Not much seems to... Oh, right, I can punch. What?
Oh!
What just happened?
You died.
What?
You died. You dead.
DED. dead.
Okay.
I like the Vox effects too at the very beginning. I'm actually kind of curious.
Oh.
Oh. Nice. Oh.
Ow.
Kill it, kill it.
Yeah, it's very unfinished swan. Okay, and
Still.
there's a mix of whatchamacallit, guacamole as well.
This is pretty cool.
I am actually very interested to know what
Oh no.
what programs were used to build this game.
Construct.
What about the music and sound effects?
Let's
Does it
find out.
say? I'm really curious.
Mhm.
I actually really like
Oh,
the
no.
music also. It's
Dang it.
it's very goth industrial. And that is right up my alley, as y'all know.
Okay, sadly they said that our audio designer isn't there.
Tragic.
Oh. No, that's totally okay. Ecaliber. Do you happen to know what program he used? Or what he usually uses? I'm kind of an audio software junkie, so
Little unfortunate that it says punch any key and any key does not do anything.
which keys do work?
The
The
left
mouse.
click seems to advance it so far, but that's the only one I found that actually does that.
Okay.
God, that is so satisfying.
You know, honestly, what this makes me think of, and just in terms of the feel of the gameplay, it makes me think of Soul Calibur. Like 2D Soul Calibur. I am into it. Oh, man. I felt that on a spiritual level.
Oh, I missed.
Nice, Andrew.
Okay, that's about what I thought would happen there. Oh, that's a cliff.
Oh, yeah, no, you're very welcome, Ecaliber. It's a good game. I honestly hope you keep working on it. This is a great foundation. Would play.
Okay. God, this is awesome.
I'm wondering what your thoughts are, Andrew, since you're the one playing it, on like not being able to see anything by default. Like,
I was very unconvinced at first because it's a little bit annoying at first, but once you realize that you can take your enemies and just, you know, throw them everywhere in the stage, which lights everything up and you can
Right.
see easily, I have absolutely no problem with it now.
because partially the charm of oh, that's interesting. Partially
Oh.
the charm.
What? Wave?
I was gonna say partially the charm of the, you know, the unfinished Swan was that it was a puzzle game, so you can take your time as necessary to figure out how to fill everything in. But you know, this game in particular, it's making it clear that like you have a very clear time limit. Like you need to act very fast, and I just feel like that's a little bizarre given the core concept.
You know, I have to say it feels really, really slick.
The other thing that comes to my mind is, you know, guacamole, which anything guacamole makes me happy. So that I'm not gonna like, you know, complain about.
Oh, that's a platform.
Yeah.
Okay.
See that?
Yeah, so there are moments like that, right? But on the other hand, you can do this, you know.
So I do want to point out that Paint Rush was mentioned as one of the best Ludum Dare 45 games from Randomize User on YouTube.
Oh,
nice.
And that is spectacular.
Okay. Oh, I'm having trouble with this right now. So it's cool that they put the drop shadow here because it's a nice little like, you know, in case you don't know what to do. But this is a bit tough here. Okay, I can work with that.
Oh no, you're in danger. Okay, you're less in danger.
I will say this game is definitely not as strong while you don't have as many enemies on screen. Ow.
Is this using the free version of Construct, or what? Are you using the paid services after all? I'm just curious how many events it took to kind of put this together. Because believe it or not, at least in our venue, Construct specifically is paid one. Okay, cool, thank you.
Oh, I'm alive.
Yeah.
I thought I died.
No, you regain a life each time you defeat an enemy.
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah.
Spectacular.
I'm just having
This is
too
very
much
generous.
fun.
I see that.
Oh, I missed.
Now you don't. Well, now you can fix that.
There we go.
Well, at least we can add this into the list of, hey, you should totally check out Construct 3. Here's a good reason why.
Oh no.
The silence speaks volumes, Andrew.
I mean, what do you say to this? Like, it's awesome. It's great,
Yeah, no,
you know?
I actually meant that in genuine.
Yes. And the game just feels great to play. God. Oh, so good.
I don't know, it looks like you have a lot of enemies remaining. You don't have to throw it into the boss, I think.
I'm not entirely sure what I should be doing there. But on the other hand, you know, I can do that. So, you know, really, do I have any reason to complain?
Definitely not.
Have you played Guacamelee before?
I played it a little bit, you know. I never quite got into it. Like, I never beat Guacamelee.
Okay, I see. Yeah, I mean, it's a Metroidvania game, so that's not too hard to understand.
I mean, you know, like, I beat Hollow Knight.
Oh, wait, what?
Oh, did you?
Congrats!
Nice.
Oh,
Well done!
cool.
Huzzah.
Not only is it a great game, it has an end.
I'm still in the middle of writing my comment here.
Yeah.
Excellent work. I really loved that.
This game is completely sick. It feels so great. The collision feels great. The controls feel great. That like short loop where you punch things and then you punch them again and then you grab them and you throw it into other stuff and then you grab another thing and you throw it into something else and it's like painting the stage as you do that. It feels excellent. It feels so good. It's
It looks like it feels very satisfying.
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is an excellent Game Jam game. This is like super good.
Yeah,
man.
I enjoyed this enough that I'm gonna bookmark it so I can play it later.
I strongly recommend playing this. This is
reasons.
This is like a highlight of Ludum Dare so far, in my opinion. Whew.
I'm a little bit in awe that this was a Game Jam game.
Yeah.
Like, you know, a lot of good games have come out of Game Jams, but this feels more polished than a lot of the Game Jam games I've played.
Was this the Jam or was it Compo? Which rule set was this made under?
Oh,
This is probably a jam because there are multiple people.
Yeah.
playing.
Oh, okay. Then it's definitely a Jam.
game. Yeah, but still, like, even with a team, this feels like a semi-polished prototype.
No,
like,
this
you could demo
is
this.
excellent.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's really good.
when I was in college for like game design, like this is a project that you would get an excellent score for, right? I only asked about the Compo because it's like I think this is like a really great game. I think this game would be impossible to make in Compo, but yeah.
I mean, you'll be surprised.
I mean, one
okay,
person, the music assets, all the
All right,
like.
the music part is the only part where I would say, yeah, that might be something you might not expect from a compo.
Yeah. This game, like, it plays like it was made by a team who have not, like, you guys, you know what you're doing. This game plays like you guys have worked together before.
Yeah,
There were some very competent people making this game.
for
100%.
sure. Applause. Seriously, this is very enjoyable.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna type in row numbers, please, right here. And in the meantime, let me switch this out to say we have finished and not rated it yet. I also just finished rating the terminal. So any row numbers? We had 17 in our queue so far, and I believe Muse, would you like to play the next game?
I want to eat my cake, Taro. In case you guys can't tell, I really love cake, and I never eat cake.
Who
so
doesn't love cake? I mean, if I had cake right now, I'd be eating cake.
I used to date somebody who did not like cake at all and insisted that pie was far superior. To which I was like, why not both? Both are good. But today I have cake, so.
I wish I could talk to that person so I could find out how it felt to be wrong.
You should rate the game, by the way.
Yes. I did.
I am opening my laptop.
I did. That's my contribution. I'm finding all these games and I'm rating them.
All right. So we have row number 17, and I don't see any other comments when requested for row numbers. So I guess I'm gonna jump right into 17, which is the fall of RS. Okay, well, I'm gonna find out. The fall of RS-17 Icarus and Akaban Tale. Interesting. A new point-and-click adventure from us two dudes takes you to a doomed space station of RS-17 Icarus, a top-secret research faculty used by a shadowy Akaban corporation in its final moments. Dr. Alex Pratchett has no memory of this place or how they got here. What will they find? What can they do? Can it be saved? Find out! Exclamation point. This game has 4 endings. Can you find them all? Oh, okay. Those are some really flowery words, but let's make sure that we mark this as now playing.
Let's see what's up with this.
Yeah. It's a point-and-click adventure. Do I need to... Yes, okay. Oh, well, okay. What happens if I click on this? Nothing. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay. This is a little scary. I'm gonna hit the credits. Written and directed by... Oh gosh, what's going on here? Okay. Written and directed by William Koshi Scalf. Programmed by William Koshi Scalf and Stephen Unlocking Cube Presti. And 3D art by Stephen Unlocking Cube Presti.
You know,
Sounds by a bunch of
Unlocking
free sounds.
Cube is that's an unusual nickname. You know, I guess username, right?
Mm-hmm. You feel woozy, like you have too many drinks, except you don't remember drinking. In fact, you don't remember anything at all. The name stitched on your overalls is Dr. Pratchett. Ha. Ha.
I see what you did there.
So that's probably who you are. There's an Akaban Corporation logo on your shoulder. You vaguely remember then making spaceship parts. I'm doing a poor job of reading this in a proper English form, but whatever. Do you work for them? Question mark. You wanted to be a rocket scientist when you were little. Maybe you achieved that dream, but you can't remember. Oh,
If
okay.
you want, I can read any future, narration, I guess.
Uh-huh.
I just figured I'd offer.
What is that? Oh, it's a sun. Okay, cool.
It's scary, is what it is.
Chopsticks!
What? Is that what it is?
Oh, I guess we're carrying them. Okay.
Huh.
No route to door controls.
Now, what does that mean?
I bet we'll find out.
Yeah, I should note, we can't see the stream right now, the stream chat.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah. When you press play on the voice recorder, it begins to speak with a faint crackle.
Sorry, I'm just checking. Play it in the browser. No installation requires. WASDA. Click to interact. Okay, I was checking to see if there was any request on keeping it full screen. Pardon me.
Sorry about this, Alex. It got you. We're not sure how. Maybe a live wire or something. Protocol says to give the amnestics. That's what that says, right?
Yeah.
Amnestics.
Oh,
and
it
wait
could be a
to
little
see
larger, couldn't it?
If you're okay when you come to. I hope so, but we don't have time. I'm leaving you a flashlight. Take it. There's no telling where and when the lights will be on. Help is coming from the mothership, but we're not sure when. Once you feel up to it, the passcode to open the door is 3724.
I believe amnestics is a reference to treatment that's given to amnesiacs, sorry.
Okay. It looks like an emergency auto-injector of some kind, but the label says amnestic. That might explain why you can't remember anything, but who would need such a thing, and why would they use it on you?
Ooh, it's meant to cause amnesia?
Ooh.
Spoopy!
The plot thicken.
Indeed. Also, space. This is so great.
Okay, I
love
lost my mouse
the-
cursor.
I love the detailing on the environment. This is quite good.
So, what do you want to bet that we have to, like, hook up, like, a wire to the door or something?
Is this Unity, maybe?
Yeah, this is.
Okay.
It says Unity WebGL right there on the bottom left.
I was
corner.
not paying attention, Taro.
To be fair, with the graphics, I would have assumed this was Unreal, just because, I don't know, there seems to be a thing with Unreal games and flashlights and darkness.
Yeah. But yeah, I was too busy looking at the fancy graphics to pay
Someone-
attention to the fact that
Someone
Unity is
hit
right
that
there because I'm a
panel with
dum
an
dum.
axe.
Yes.
Yeah. I
They
wonder
asked
why.
for that door for help.
Oh, that was terrible.
No.
That was really bad. Click on the broken
Oh, wait,
wires
what,
to
what,
play in the
what?
computer.
What?
Stop.
Oh, yes! Yes, I did it! I'm on top!
Oh my god. 200 IQ. Oh man. That's terrible.
Alright, well, whatever. That didn't add anything to my
Yeah,
experience.
what's the other device there? We clicked that, right?
Yeah, that's a tape recorder.
Okay, yeah, alright. We have read this.
Click the broken wire to plug the computer. Oh, there's a broken wire.
So, do you think the wire is the red thing? Oh, those look like wires. I guess.
I guess.
Okay.
Enter password. It was 32764.
It was 4 digits. I feel like it was 3274. But I think there's a 6 in it. Let's go back and look it up.
This walk
I should've
speed
written it
is a
down.
crawl. Boy, is it so slow.
3724.
It doesn't auto highlight. That would have been useful. 3724. Door is already open. Thank you. I need to lock my mouse though. There we go. Oh, I don't know. This looks like some sort of storage room.
This prompt.
There may be useful supplies in here or clues. Yeah, I agree with you.
So I feel like the walking speed is inspired by Jonathan Blow's The Witness.
LOL.
When you press play on the voice recorder, it begins to speak with a faint crackle. This is Dr. Reinhold. We've waited long enough for X Unit. I've gathered the remaining scientists and we're headed to the shuttle bay. I'm leaving this message behind in case there are more survivors, so they know where we've gone. I'm truly sorry we couldn't do more. Close. About the walk speed. Yeah, well, you know, we all make mistakes during game jams, right?
Mm-hmm. No, I mean, walks... Go on.
Wasn't there a character named Reinhold in the Blade comics?
I wouldn't know. I didn't read the Blade comics.
It's either Reinhold or Reinhard. I can't really remember. But he was a jerk, too.
When you press play on the voice recorder, it begins to speak with a faint crackle. If you're reading this message, Mrezhek must have escaped confinement somehow. All electrical devices are to be considered extremely dangerous. We don't know exactly what it's capable of. Okay, so I'm going to assume that means there's like some sort of like electrical monster thing. All records must be kept on disconnected devices like these audio recorders away from microphones that might pick it up. Electrical circuits that might behave strangely should be severed with your standard issue fire axe. Okay. Any individuals behaving oddly, especially after electric shock, should be administered emergency anesthetics.
Okay, it is there to... So that kind of confirms amnestics are there to cause amnesia, yeah.
Otherwise, await support from X Unit. Ryan Reynolds.
Lol.
Can we carry this too?
Oh,
Oh!
you can.
Ooh.
You can swap it out though.
Yeah, you can only carry two
How
things
far
at once.
can we...
Looks like a control room of some sort. I wonder what the terminal can access. I feel like I'm having a bit too much fun with this terminal.
Yes, I am having a little too much fun with this.
You know, I think aside from the graphics, which are pretty slick, I really like the sense of mystery that this game cultivates. It's very...
Although the name Pratchett is a little distracting to me.
A little bit. It kind of reminds me of the Myst games a little bit.
Yeah.
That there's a lot of things to figure out. You really just don't have much to go on. So it's an interesting interpretation of the theme.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna start. I should answer this to Kushapov, who says, "Sorry about the walk speed. We have gotten a lot of feedback that it's too slow, but we aren't sure if we can increase it after the jam." You are correct. That is I would consider that a new feature per se because it is a significant gameplay changes.
Yeah.
However, you are allowed to mark submissions that clearly label certain things as post-jam. However, note to self, because I certainly made this mistake, submitting a WebGL build that is already post-jam is not recommended because people are going to mistake that for the final version. So if you can submit that as like a downloadable, I think that's completely fair and totally okay. And especially during like, you know, streams like these, you can ask them to play the downloaded version if they don't like this version instead, to encourage them to do that. When you play on the voice recorder, okay, well, this is X-Unit Command Officer Braidham. We have an addendum for containment breach procedure. Do not, under any circumstances, activate the antenna module. Our sources believe the entity may be able to transmit itself via radio waves, so doing so could doom nearby vessels. If worst comes to worst, do the noble thing. Use the undocumented command, engines on, -- no stop. It will force the station into the sun. Consider it a form of nuclear. After waiting for some time, you hear sounds outside the space station. You realize that your friend has come back to you.
Oh.
Well, all right then. I was about to be like, can we release the entity and then drive the station into the sun, though? Because fun.
Definitely ran out of time.
Yeah, I definitely. Hey, Jamie.
Let's do that. Ah, a new host appears.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, stream chat, say hi to Jamie. Jamie is here. Hey.
Now the question is, are those numbers randomized?
That's the real question. Yeah.
How do you hear
it's
sounds in space, though? That's like
I mean,
my only question. How does that work?
It looks like we're in a chamber with like air. So.
Yeah, but there's no air outside.
That's a good point.
So-
No, but if something like docked with your spaceship, you would be able to hear it through the like.
That is
speakers,
true. That is
I
true.
guess.
Imagination. Oh wait, you could always walk through here. Interesting.
How do you hear sound in space? Ask Chris Roberts, Star Citizen.
It's terrible.
I do not apologize. We'll continue.
I didn't say you should stop. Just saying it's terrible.
So you missed this last time.
Oh my God! There's an entire other room we missed.
Engines, communications, and whatever this is.
Okay, so you can like pick up wire pieces and like fix them.
Slightly ominous.
Okay. I just jumped with a mouthful of cake. I am alarmed.
Oh, that previous ending was a placeholder text that made it into the final build by accident. Okay.
You're the worst and I hate you.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Needs work. My sad villain noise. Nobody does.
Serious question to the chat. Can you actually hear Jamie?
That's a good question, because if it's possible, we should probably get another mic.
We are out of mics.
Cool. Javen and I can pass this one back and forth.
Yeah, I was gonna say we'll just have to
Yeah.
trade.
Oh, I know what it is. Do I need to... Oh, where does those wires go? That makes me so sad. Did I goof?
Are we trying to find the last bit of wire components?
Yes.
Okay.
Did I done goof?
Perhaps.
Grab the full range one we had from before the mics.
You're talking about the Yeti? We could grab the Yeti. That would
We
kind of...
should perhaps grab the Yeti. Although I'm going to be departing in about 15 minutes, so Jamie
okay,
can have
fair
my
enough.
mic.
I think I will hand my microphone.
Oh,
to
this is a
James.
new ending. No one ever comes for you. You live out the rest
That's
of your
good.
days on the station, using whatever rations you can scavenge. You'll never learn of the horrible fate that befell the rest of mankind as a demon, Razek, is unleashed upon them, uploading itself to nearby space stations with the station's comms array.
Rezheck sends you to heck.
So that was the good ending, I take it.
Because you fixed the communications.
That's weird.
Oh, come on. I'm trying to lock my mouse. There we go. Alright, it's 3724, I think.
A bunch of orientations are wrong on the wires, but you didn't goof. There are only enough wires to fix 2 of the links on the last computer, plugging it into the main system and one of the subsystems, either communications or engines.
So you found 2 endings.
Drive into the sun.
I want to drive into this.
I want to drive into the sun as well. Let's do it.
Are there more than 2 endings?
I
Apparently.
think there's 4. I think it said that.
Yes.
I like that.
We're not catching your voices too well, unfortunately, Andrew.
Yeah, I know.
He says, yeah, I know.
It's important for everyone to know that.
It is important for everyone to, oh my goodness, for everyone to know that. You know, that laugh sounds an awful lot like Vincent Price. May he rest in peace.
Unrecognized command.
Does nobody else here remember Vincent Price?
2 for dinner?
What was the command to,
I don't know if I've ever heard Vincent Price. Like, I think I've just heard many parodies of Vincent Price.
Oh, Vincent
Oh,
Price
it says commands is engine
was
on.
and is a legend. And if you like anything even faintly horror related, you should check out some of his work.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So I shall.
Yeah. The I think there's a few recordings of him reading Edgar Allan Poe's stories.
Nice.
I haven't listened to it, but it's on the to-do list.
The computer screen shows a diagram of the space station, a long tube with several rotating concentric rings, and engines firing up at the base of the tube. However, it also shows maneuvering thrusters activating, turning the station. The word "ha ha ha" starts appearing around the diagram. Something is wrong.
Taro's dramatic interpretations. Always a cornerstone of these streams.
Ha ha ha!
I got ya.
We're apparently at the level of Disney Channel villain here.
For real,
I
though.
was thinking more Tidus from Final Fantasy X.
Gosh, he was ridiculous.
Well, I mean, it was. To be fair, it was on purpose.
Of course it was.
Yeah.
He was still ridiculous.
It's really interesting for Final Fantasy X voice acting because when. Oh, okay. It's really interesting from Final Fantasy X stuff because they said that they couldn't change the dialogue or the cutscene paces, so they literally had to write the dialogue based off of their mouth flaps. Anyways, the station's engines rumbles into the distance. Did you turn them on? Of course we did. Your memory is still foggy. It doesn't matter. Soon enough, you'll realize the station orbit is ascending, further away from the sun, towards inhabited space. You cannot regain control. RS-17 belongs to the entity now. Okay, cool. All right, let's go for that
the
one
entity.
Another good ending.
Yeah, another fantastic ending. I mean, it doesn't sound like we need the flashlight at this rate. Three, 7, 2, 4. Okay, maybe now we do need the flashlight. Spoopy.
Oh, are we in one of those, like, rotating rings around the outside of a spacecraft to generate artificial gravity?
That would make a lot of sense.
I bet that's what we're supposed to be in.
Mm-hmm. That's kind of hard to achieve with Unity because gravity, you have to constantly rotate the gravity.
Yeah, well, you can see that we're not level with the ground, right?
Can you plunk the LD link for the game here? We disabled the links, so you're gonna have to check out. I actually sent you the Excel sheet. Oh.
Thank you, Taro.
Yes. We're going to turn on communication because communication is the one thing that is always important. Comm status. Yes. Comms systems is currently broadcasting emergency alert. All receivers, all receivers, all receivers. This is Akaban RS-17 Icarus. Station is on lockdown due to cascading containment failure. Do not approach. Repeat, do not attempt to approach the station. Transmissions will repeat. It doesn't repeat though. The letters ha 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 appear on the screen, side to side, scrolling the text away, being replaced with the capitals, "You have freed me, mortal!"
Chilling.
Foolish mortals.
Tara, you make a great space demon. have I ever told you that?
We did spin gravity! You were right, Andrew.
Yeah.
Approval.
Andrew says, yeah. I don't actually think that was...
Yeah.
Can you hear us in the back? I really like just the ambient audio.
I really do too.
It's really good.
Yeah. It's creepy. Not totally sure about the Vincent Price laugh, but
Taro, red means it's not broadcast.
No, red means it is broadcasting.
It is broadcast.
It
I don't
is.
understand these microphones at all.
No one ever comes for you. Live your rest of your days on this station using whatever. Oh, this is the same thing we got last time.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah.
I want to fly into the sun.
All right, so there's one last combination that we have not taken into account, and that is not even wiring to the engine itself. Oh wait, we got our clue. Oh, okay. Was that not the right one?
No, you got the 7 and 2 mixed up. It's 3724, I think.
Door is already open. I'm like mildly entertained by the fact that you can grab this, and then if you try to grab that, it just kind of bounces off your character. Like, how far does it go?
I don't think it
Oh, that's
actually is. I don't think it
hysterical.
is bouncing off your character. I think it's switching, and then the one you're currently holding just pops like into like the position of your hand, and then it rockets out.
Oh,
Like, I think it's doing a swap, and then the one you were holding jumps out.
oh, I can't grab it anymore. Okay. Yeah. It was nice knowing you, voice. I love how like you have these magnetic hands that can easily pull up things.
Yeah, it's like futuristic space technology. Okay.
Engines on dash dash no stop.
We have to find a place to type that though.
Yes, we do.
Plasma
Engines
Starfish says, I feel like the switch with the evil laugh is probably bad.
That's not a very adventurous attitude.
Don't stop. Computer screen shows a diagram of the space station, a long tube with several rotating concentric rings, and an engine fires up at the base of the tube. Bright red warning sign text starts flashing saying deorbiting in progress. We did it.
Oh, the bad ending.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the good.
I know. It's just because I was calling every other ending the good ending.
What? The quit button actually works.
Nice.
That's unusual.
That is very unusual. I didn't expect that. Yeah, this is cool. I think like a lot of the information, visual information, was not clear to me, and like the fact that the commenter had to explain to me like what I needed to do is probably not a good sign. Definitely have the boundary box of how you can interact with things when you're raycasting to check to see if you can interact with an item or not. Could be a little larger, and also a more consistent visual language, like, you know, an exclamation point that pops up as, you know, a little 2D exclamation point pops up as something that you can interact with comes in, or stuff like that would be really useful. I know right now they kind of glow a little bit green, which is actually really useful as an indicator. But it would have been more useful if I knew what I can interact with, because especially the wires on the walls, I had no idea what to do with. I thought that was just prop, so that's not exactly good. I feel like the biggest problem a lot with point and click adventures is that you end up having the problem of pixel hunting, which is that nobody knows what you can actually interact with. And while for some people that might itself be part of the fun, I definitely am the latter camp where I just don't like that. I'd rather know offhand almost immediately what I can interact with. And there are ways to kind of hide information even when there's a clear visual language letting you know how to interact with things. So I think that was like the main problem that I personally dealt with when dealing with this.
I feel like though, when I was mentioning how it reminds me of the Myst games, I feel like it's really part of the point. It's like you're supposed to just poke around and figure stuff out. It's a it's a puzzle. So honestly, given your affinity for puzzles, I'm a little surprised that you're not into that sort of thing.
Well, no, I'm not. Every time I design puzzles with my puzzle games, I'm always clear about making sure that the user knows all the information they need to know to solve that puzzle. So, for example, parts that I did like, there was that little tape recorder below the shelf. I thought that was cool. Like, that's totally fine by me. That I like those kind of secrets because I knew I can interact with tape recorders. And when I saw that there was a tape recorder under the shelf, I felt smart about it. When I was told that I can wire stuff together by first picking up wires, which fortunately was placed in a location that was clear and obvious that I know how to interact with, and then to a wall that looked like a prop to me, where wires were sticking out. That did not make me feel smart at all. That just made me feel like, oh, how could I have known this? I feel like I needed to read the game designer's thought process to be able to figure out that specific puzzle. So I'm of the camp that information should be clear visually, but there are like the way like the aforementioned tape deck under the shelf was like a really clever way of hiding that information, where it's not so much when somebody finds it like, oh, how could I have known that? It's more like, oh, I feel clever that I found that because I know I can interact with tape recorders, and I just never realized one was under the shelf until now.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So that's my opinion on that matter.
I can see where you're coming from. Although overall, I thought it was quite good.
Yeah.
The graphics are good. As Jamie mentioned, the ambient background noise is really good.
Yeah, audio
I
is
like that
definitely.
there's multiple endings. It's very fun.
Audio is definitely strong on this one. I know it was a Game Jam game. I would have liked to seen more interactions and items that you can deal with than just tape recorder, flashlight, and wire cords. The fact that I kind of ended up searching around trying to search for a new wire frame and wires and did not find it and got really frustrated was, you know what? That's fair. That's totally a valid game design decision, and I'm not going to complain about that. But I did thought that was a little infuriating initially. But that's on me. You know, I don't.
Fair.
Yeah. I don't know how other players would react with it, but I definitely don't think that is a design problem per se. Like, I definitely felt like that was a deliberate decision on the game designer's part, and I'm totally fine with that.
I do look forward to seeing potential developments to this game because it's fun and I would play it.
Yeah. I think I mentioned it earlier. It'll be nice as soon as I bring up the console that it focuses on the text field, because that really is annoying that I have to click on it twice, click the dialogue twice to get there. But overall, the UI was fairly easy to read and understand.
Agreed.
Yeah, I did not find too much trouble in that regards. Cool. I liked it. There's
Huzzah. Huzzah!
There's definitely a lot of classic point-and-click adventure problems that, with some understanding of how modern point-and-click adventure works nowadays, could be solved pretty easily. But they are mostly design problems, not technical problems, as far as I can tell. Yeah.
And a lot of those problems are things that, you think, oh, that's the kind of problem you would have in a game jam.
Right, absolutely.
Definitely.
That was really fun. Thank you very much. All right, row numbers.
I gotta run, friends. Thank you for having me.
Mm-hmm.
See you later, Muse.
Everybody say goodbye to Muse.
Doop doop. I take it you finished reading Paintrush?
I did rate Paintrush, yes.
Yes.
I did too.
If nobody responds with a specific game title or row number, then we will deliberately start playing it in the order that the games has been submitted. So please keep that in mind. Speaking of that, sometimes though we just say, screw it, let's see what users are on the chat right now, which, let's see if we can bring up the users on the chat. Huh. I cannot see the users on the chat. This is annoying me. This is really annoying me. Oh no, I have doubled the chat interfaces. Switch to non-mod? Sure. I still don't see it. Weird. Whatever. There's the tricky fat cat that tried to submit right now. Anyone else like to have their game played besides tricky fat cat? I know we're dealing with a delay, so I'm gonna wait for a few more minutes. I'm not sure what you mean by that, Taco Pill. No, it's leading to the right place. Well, if not, then I'm gonna switch to Andrew here.
Hooray!
Yeah. Oh, Mother Duckers. It is going to be so difficult trying to rate and commentate at the same time.
So difficult.
So absolutely
So difficult.
But
Okay.
here is Taro off screen.
It looks like we have to play this by downloading it, doesn't it? Yes. Okay.
Did the audio cut out for anyone else? Yes, download only.
Which version do we want to use, Taro?
I would kind of prefer the portable version. So the second, yeah.
So we'll do that.
Why, thank you, Jamie. I'm not sure why the my chat interface here is not catching up with everyone's, but
Thank you, Windows.
run anyway. Ah, titled Goose Key.
That's
Oh,
pretty good.
dear.
Oh, okay, so it's borderless, and okay, that's a little bit.
That's concerning. What happens if we press down?
So we can do that. But we do lose. Oh, wow. Oh.
Okay. I think it's let's unfull screen that.
Okay. So, oh, that's all fun. And then we don't really care what's on the other side. So the fact that we can't really move this window around is a little bit disappointing.
Yeah, it is.
Taro, can I have you watch the chat as we do
Yes.
this? Okay. Well, this is very Doom.
Even sounds like Doom.
Okay. All right.
That was not meant to be.
Oh, this is very Nuclear Throne in its graphic style. Okay.
Oh, it has screen shake. That's good.
Hmm.
Ah, yes, pentagram. Okay, so already there's something that's already making me squeamish here, and it's called camera.
Yeah. Also, just the speed of movement is a little bit. Ugh.
Yeah, if you can well, generally speaking, the player is always going to pay attention to where they're aiming. So, if possible, always lean the camera towards the direction they're pointing their cursor at.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
I
Turn.
did not lock the mouse, so I.
I don't know why, but you have low FPS is what the chat says.
Oh. That is a bit strange. What was this made in?
Okay, so the post-jam version fixes the camera. This is probably a Game Maker game, though.
Yeah, should we switch to the post-jam version?
Game Maker 2.
Huh.
You already got a really nice gun at this point.
I mean, you start with this gun, you
Oh,
know. Yeah. I think that's a shield.
Okay, multi-health enemies don't have an animation on getting hit, which is a little annoying. Ooh, ouch. Did you really start with nothing?
What do you mean? Oh, you mean the theme?
Yes.
No, you start with a shotgun.
Oh, okay. And a wall bouncing shotgun at that. Oh,
Yeah.
oh no, oh no. Tragic.
Okay, let's try the other version, right?
Yeah.
Postjam.zip. There we go. Hopefully this is not an installer.
Here you go, Jamie.
This is really weird as a camera. Oh, I see what's going on.
Well, the music is nice.
It is.
Yes, absolutely. For those who wants to actually see the spreadsheet of the results, just hit exclamation list, and that should bring it up.
And those are just barrels.
Barrels of fun. Have you pressed T?
I did. That seems like it is not what they wanted to happen there. Oh, that's a performance drop.
escape. Oh, interesting. Now, I don't know why they're asking. They're pointing out this chat, but interesting.
Okay, let's go to this webpage and read this real quick because we have lost mouse, LMB, escape. Those are the controls. Okay.
Would having a lot of application open affect the FPS? Oh, so our computer is dual screening right now on a 4K TV, and it's not really liking that. So that has been affecting the performance, anyways. If I'm to be completely honest. So that seems to be our system problem, if anything.
So maybe we'll just have to chalk this one up as system problems. I don't know. That's a bit unfortunate. The music shreds, obviously.
Are you a duck? Oh, you are a duck.
You are a duck.
Well, that's close to nothing.
Well, you're a duck with a shotgun and a helmet, to be fair.
Goose. Oh no, you're a goose.
Oh, you are a goose. That makes sense.
That makes a little too much sense.
Yeah. So normally I would be going on about how, you know, in a lot of ways this doesn't feel very good to play, but I can't really say much about that because I'm not really sure if this is running the way it should, you know?
Yeah, sorry that performance problems is like the main thing we're dealing with right now.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that was... Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Okay.
Actually, now that I think about it, I don't even know how Vault 2 would perform on this computer. Oh no, why is Discord now suddenly opening in the background right there?
Yeah, this is it's a little bit weird here. Because remember when I pressed T, it started doing random stuff with like saving files. That was kind of weird, right? I'm feeling that there might be some problem with this game, like it's not eating Windows events. But obviously I can't speak much more to it than simply saying that, right?
Oh gosh.
Well, that's the best explosion we've seen so far.
Oh, nice. I mean, it's cute. The goose, I mean. Yeah, I don't know. Do you
Oh,
wanna try?
T is for GIF recording. Okay, that's why it prompted me to save. Okay, that makes sense, I guess.
Do you want to play this on your laptop to see if it works any better there?
I can try. Obviously, I can't really stream that.
Right.
Um,
Naturally. Any initial thoughts?
Again, it's so hard to talk about the game feel of this game when it's clearly not performing the way that it should, right? I do think that the game doesn't telegraph much, and it lacks feedback in a lot of places, I would say. Oh boy, the camera still, even in the post-jam version, it's better, but it still doesn't feel great. Because as far as I can tell, it's not like trying to project ahead of where the player is moving. It's only based on where you're pointing, right? And so that's a little bit, you know. I don't know. I'd have to play this on a machine where it's actually behaving correctly to say much more about it.
I will say, at least from the graphics point of view, most of it was clear, at least initially. There's a really cool, neat effect you have where there's a blood splatter effect left on the floor, and I think that's cool initially, but I feel like that starts getting in the way after a while because some of the characters are not nearly as well outlined, and they kind of blend in with the blood splatter.
The blood splatter effect is cool. I feel like the main problem with the visual design is that there is just no indication when enemies are or are not damaged.
Yeah, that too.
Really, just having them flash red for a moment, or like flashing a hit indicator of some kind would really, I think, go a long way to make it feel a little bit better. And also, it'd be nice if sound played when shells hit enemies.
Cool.
So I guess that's my thoughts on the game.
Obviously, the creator knows some level of adding juice into the game, such as the screen shakes. It would have been nice to see more readable stuff, like especially if an enemy has died, maybe a hit pause for that or something to that effect.
Yeah.
But definitely, the most lacking I've noticed immediately was any multi-hit enemy definitely needed an animation each time they got hit.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, you just think to yourself, "Does my weapon not work?"
Yeah, and I mean, I think it's I think the obvious thing to do in this game would be to have like that partial blood splatter animation happen when enemies get hit but don't die. Have a little bit of splatter, like get shot out behind them, right? I think that would have done a pretty good job if you combined it with a sound. And I think that's probably it for this game. Do you maybe like you want to like move on to another game and like I don't know, maybe I can play this on my laptop while you do that, or like what do you want to do?
I think that's what we should do. And,
Okay.
Jamie, would you be open to rotating as next host?
Sure.
Awesome. Oh. Huh. So, as mentioned in the chat, any row numbers? Otherwise, we're going to start playing these games in order. Oh no. Let's try that again. 16. There we go.
Perfect. Yeah, tricky fat cat. I ran out of time for stuff on my game too. Happens to everyone. Like
Yeah, that's one of the problems of giving like critique on Game Jam games is like I don't know whether you didn't plan to do this or like whether you just ran out of time. It's it's always kind of unclear in that case.
The greatest game. Uh-oh. Any notes for this? Online or download standalone and unzip? I am going to prefer to download. Yeah, I'm going to prefer to download, generally speaking. Unless... is this a first-person game? Yeah, it is. Okay, so... How ready are you, Jamie?
Somewhat.
Are you ready to play the greatest game for Windows? I actually have a feeling I know what's going to be about for this game.
I mean, someone's got to tell Bill Gates about this.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, where did it... I thought I opened it. Oh, that's a crash handler. Whoops.
Oh, wow.
What happened?
This plays completely differently on my machine.
Oh.
All right, Dave. It's time for the gruesome ordeal of playtesting. The fruits of...
Let's see. No, that doesn't work.
All right, Dave. It's time for the gruesome ordeal of playtesting.
Alright, well, it looks like we're not going to have a chat while playing that.
This looks like a great game for you, Taro.
No, it looks like a great game for you, Jamie.
But you love this kind of game. You love the Stanley Parable.
Are you going to play this? Come on.
All right.
I know you have the bravery to do so.
Be right there.
Alright, so in the meantime, a quick reminder that here are a couple of the games that was created from our local area, including Primordial, A Tale of Greek Cosmology, Kazakhstan,
Kawatsathon.
by Andrew Dunitz, 11 Days by Jamie Stevenson, and Ubuntu by me, Taro Omiya, or Omiya Games.
I would like to take a moment, if it's okay, to comment now that I have played HONK on my machine instead of our streaming device. And it plays so much better, it's unbelievable. So yeah, it feels much better to play. And a lot of our critique stands, like, a hit indicator would have been good. A lot of the enemies are a little bit fast and make reaction times a little bit short for my taste. But it performs much better on my machine. So.
Sorry for all that microphone rolling there. I hope we're not dealing with too much static this time around. Also, for the comment, Ubuntu is a great game. I tried it earlier to Quackwurst. Very clever. Thank you very much. My Gotti, that was a game to make. I had some very cringe-worthy moments, but I'll let Jamie take over.
Jamie here.
We're playing the greatest game in the world. How could I turn this opportunity down? This is a jam game by a team of 5 people.
Oh boy.
There's
And,
quality in here.
and they're not underselling it. I like to read the description, so I'm going to do that. The greatest game in the world is an atmospheric, non-linear, open-world, puzzle-based MMORPG set in medieval England. In this build, you get to see amazing scenery, engaging riddles, and a vigorous boss battle you might need to play multiple times to master. Recommended for both Monkey Island and Dark Souls fans. Prepare to be amazed. Oh, I'm prepared.
I am so jealous of whoever wrote that paragraph.
Yes. So I don't know if this will or won't be the greatest game in the world, but that's definitely the greatest description for any Ludum Dare game.
I'm really
I've ever
nervous because we know from the first 20 seconds from testing that this is going to be about playtesting. So this is whoo boy. All right.
Okay, so let's get into it.
Oh boy.
Let's see. It's not already running, right? Okay.
All right, Dave. It's time for the gruesome ordeal of playtesting. The fruits of 5 whole months of labor. And here are the same footstep sounds as day 1.
Am I meant to be getting audio through the headphones?
No.
You're not.
Okay, because it's really hard to hear, like, this what they're saying.
Off your headphones, of course, but it's just a microphone that needs to be on.
Okay. Okay.
Non-linear, open world, big bad boss.
Interesting. So, like, I am not pressing S or anything to walk back. That's just happening. Like, when I'm not pressing anything.
What?
So, I don't know if that's a thing in this game or if we're once again having some wackiness with our setup here, but I'm going to press on for now. Non-linear, open world, big bad boss. The Dungeon of Leeds.
Oh
Oh,
boy.
you know what I think is going on?
What's that?
Pardon me.
All right, we're just gonna make sure we're not having some technical difficulties with our controls before we proceed. Bear with us, won't you?
See if that fixes it.
That
Oh
does
my
fix
gosh.
it. Thanks, Taro.
There was a controller plugged in, wasn't there?
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Now we can proceed with the greatest game in the world. The Dungeon of Leeds, Week 22.
No.
Contemporary, medieval.
Oh my god, it's got the razor symbol on the keyboard.
Some good product placement right there.
Yeah.
I hope you got paid. Press F to respectfully open the door. Here we go.
Oh man. Alright, we have 2 bars at the top of the screen. But they're both the traditional color for health, so it's...
Oh, got to be quite close to the door to open it. There we go. Lovely.
A tutorial room, which I expected to look a bit more medieval.
We need to make that a bit louder.
You adding textures.
Okay. Sorry, we have our audio a bit too quiet here. I don't know if the mix is just
Stanley
quite
was a
quiet.
playtester.
So I didn't really catch that dialogue, but let's see what we got. Wear a backpack. Don't mind if I do.
That looks like a purse.
I'm gonna rock it. Can style it.
That is so definitely a Skyrim note.
Tasteful application of Comic Sans.
Excellent. Press F to wear the backpack and access items. You will definitely need them.
You can
I
store
definitely
things
believe you.
by pressing X.
Pick up objects that you don't want to save by pressing F. Okay. X to store it. F to pick it up. R to close window. Let's go to the kitchen. What? Oh no! Star, a sun, and a moon. Yoink.
Well, this is
Oh.
embarrassing.
So those are some really subtle holes there.
Yeah, you could almost not see those. Also, it looks like there's a problem with the rotation of the objects.
I have picked up the sun.
You know, that's not what people mean when they say think outside the box.
Okay.
I also played that part of Antechamber.
Whoa.
Oh boy. You know, I never got what the deal is with all that static in walking simulators. Are you supposed to be a camera lens on legs? That's not scary. Truly a breathtaking vista.
Default Unity Skybox.
Nice.
The default Unity skybox is certainly the most beautiful thing that you can ever see, procedurally generated outside.
Look, you know this game is beautiful because it has ambient occlusion.
Yeah.
That's
I'm-
French. A masterpiece. You
I'm-
should educate yourself.
Toaster!
Tara's very excited.
Cauldron.
This is a cauldron.
You can pick it up without looking at it.
Dare I?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. These toasters. They were all the rage in 13th century England.
You can place a toaster on the fire.
I feel that this narrator is not being sincere.
Oh, nonsense.
That's somehow I thought that's what was going to happen with the toaster.
Are you not entertained?
I'm something.
Looks like this inventory bag is full. I'll give a shit.
Oh my god, first look is written on one of the doors.
Pantry or temple?
I mean, it's your choice.
Well, do we want to toast something or not? I think if we want to find bread to toast,
You just keep rolling out
You know.
the hits, don't you?
So I'm gonna have to heat up a key here. Or just impale it into the door.
Sure. Why not?
Yeah. Lovely. Is my key ready?
This may take you 5 months.
so I think that was supposed to be a joke about adventure game logic.
4 monkeys locked in a room with desktops could have knocked this out in a weekend game jam.
That meta joke doesn't quite hit me.
Boy, that sure is meta.
Floor note. The Beast.
Well, it's important to remember, game design is not always about the results. As long as you learn something, you're not failing. Some results would have been nice.
The Unity debug logs, some meta commentary as well.
Oh boy.
Alright, so.
We never went in the pantry, right? Are we gonna
That's
have to
correct.
go back there?
You gotta backtrack
Yeah.
if we're gonna comment on every game convention. Might as well backtrack. Just want to see.
Well, it's really cool that we have this player choice about, choosing one passage or the other.
Oh man. It just holds shift down and you move slightly slower, but the sound effect is faster. All right, that's my favorite part of this so far.
Yeah, that's really good actually.
Up, up, up.
Oh, it's closed.
Oh.
Your inventory is full. You can't pick up the door.
Uh-oh. I gotta run.
All right, I should actually check the chat here.
Our green meter's getting low. Oh, it's full again.
Oh, that's a stamina bar.
Excellent. Okay.
I don't know what's going on. Oh, we're a little late on the chat about our controller issues.
No worries.
Ah.
So
By the way,
those
do you have any plans on making this game in Century version totally, or the greatest game of the universe? Haha.
I think I may have solved the riddle,
Oh.
because the commentary was about how it doesn't matter if you finish, and it looks like there's nothing here, but there's a shadow, so I pressed F and there was a sound effect. Maybe? Nope. I thought that was cool.
This is reminding me of that
I read too much
puzzle
into
that's
it.
everywhere in Skyrim where you rotate the things, you know?
Like it's making an effect. I turned them all on, right?
Dave said you didn't solve it. Dave's a narrator.
Okay, well,
I wonder if the name Dave is deliberate for the narrator.
As in?
Not the narrator, but the actual writer of the Stanley Parable and Beginner's Guide is, I think, named
Dave
Reedon.
Yep, Dave
Right?
E. Reedon.
Yeah.
okay, well, I'm somewhat baffled at this point. Any ideas from the gallery?
I'm wondering if we've soft locked.
I mean, we got a lot of Unity game objects and debugs. Dave is a developer of the game.
That seems deliberate to me.
Mm-hmm.
So we have some of the developers in the chat right now. Is that right?
Yes.
Am
Maybe we
I
could
am
use
I
a
soft
hint.
locked, or am I just not putting the pieces together here?
He says it's elementary school logic. That doesn't help.
Oh, you know what? I bet it's a like combination lock order thing. Like if you look at the door, it's like red, then blue, then green. I wonder if you have to hit the stones in the right order.
Let's give it a whirl.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Nicely done.
If this game had a face, I would slap it.
I'm right there with you, buddy.
I don't know how I feel about the fact that it said to infinity, but it did not say and beyond.
These featureless white halls, it'll be easier to navigate once the player has queued.
That was not a very smooth teleportation there.
Yeah, seamless. I like it.
Give that man a cookie.
Wait till Jim Sterling gets a hold of this.
What?
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Oh
Great.
dear. Lee, you don't want to invite trouble here.
Oh man. Tara, why didn't you play this game instead of me?
What I would give for a broom closet right now.
Uh-huh. You're doing fine, Jamie.
Inside this door is an allegory for the whole game.
I can't really hear the wacky quips with my headphones on,
Yeah.
but I don't feel like I'm that sad about it.
Well, make sure you can hear it, Jamie.
The most interesting corridor in the game. But we gotta check out the pantry first, you know.
Empty. Just like your Twitter account.
Did you hear what he just said?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
A room void of content. How quaint.
So this one
Come on,
will-
you're allowed to be honest.
I'm not having fun with this right now, to be honest. But I mean, good meta commentary
All
on.
been waiting for. The game is broken.
Cool.
Now let's sit down and fix this.
So do we have to go up to the computer now and interact with it? And is that
Just don't touch anything you don't need to. The game is broken enough.
Oh man. Just what I don't feel like doing. Coding.
Just don't touch anything you don't need to. The game is broken enough.
to do when unlock door to find to peanut butter? Show wall 1, show wall 2, show wall 3, show wall 5, camel dot set camel.
Yeah, what happens when you set the camel true?
I bet we'll get a camel.
Oh, we actually can't. Oh, wow.
What was I just saying?
Can we
Oh,
also
don't change it.
remove the walls, all of them?
I want to see this camel. If there's not a camel, I'll maybe disappointed.
Nice.
Excellent.
That's a camel.
Cool.
I feel
Just
very
don't touch
pearly.
anything you don't
We
need
found
to.
the camel
The
case.
game is broken enough.
Oh boy. Camel dot. Oh, we're, you know. Yeah, because the walls are still there. We were turning off the mesh renderers in the code, right?
Just don't touch anything you don't need to.
You're right,
The
yeah.
game is broken enough.
Is there a way to change the... Yeah, just click everything.
So we've got the kitchen door. I'm assuming we want to open the kitchen door somehow. Ugh.
Oh, wait a minute. Are those arrows on the left? Do those unfold? No. Okay.
No, these are just to show.
Those
the-
aren't folds. Whoa, wait. Why does the comment have a drop down thingy? Oh, for God's sake!
Excellent. We did it. We did it, gang.
I know you started with nothing. I just feel as if you're worse off than you started.
Me too.
Oh man.
That level of self-deprecation doesn't really help. Give that man a cookie again.
I remember this room, and I'm pretty sure there's no peanut butter here.
Alright, so this is
Naturally.
gonna be the meta
See,
commentary where they.
what's this?
Oh boy.
Oh man.
This is more like the magic circle rather than the Stanley Parable, if I'm to be completely honest.
I
Like,
haven't played the Magic Circle.
Mhm.
this is it's fine. It's like perfectly clever and everything. I think you just drew the wrong player to play this because I have a very low threshold for this kind of thing. Personally, it's just my personal taste. It's nothing wrong with your game, but I'm kind of losing my patience with this moment. Okay, so
I can swap out here if you want.
I'll power through. I'll try to be a little more positive
Okay.
here. So let's set both peanut and butter to true.
Hold on. Can we change the color of the walls?
Might as well. All right.
Is that pain walls?
Yeah, it's pane walls.
Pain walls.
Well, you know, I mean, do you really need that tea?
Okay. We have to mix them.
Peanut,
Can't you
of
tell?
course.
Put it in the cauldron.
Butter, of course.
Wow.
Oh, It's funny. There's a little marking in there. Your priorities may puzzle me.
Oh, that's neat.
Oh, save. Okay. All right. I'd say let's swap out.
A save point.
So
Wouldn't want to lose all that progress.
the chance of
I
this
know.
actually saving is 0.
I know,
right?
but I'm just gonna
Yeah.
pretend so I can switch out.
Okay.
Let's have somebody play this who has a
Okay.
better chance of giving it a fair shake than I do.
Fine.
How do you? Well, yeah.
Thanks, Daro.
Somebody needs to pay attention to the chat, however.
Oh, that's a good point. Does that mean I need to make a restream account?
No. You can just check out the TBGS Twitch chat.
Okay.
Ooh-ba-doo-ba-doo. Well, this was where we're at. Okay, well.
And the Matrix yard sale.
Okay. Cool. Oh, there's actual camera field of view change too. Oh, okay. Ah, the audio is really loud. Oh, I'm getting hurt for some
So-
reason.
We're clearly about to be enlightened. Oh, is this the boss?
I can't move.
No, stop. Stop. What makes you think you deserve this?
Everything.
You just sit there and think about what you've done.
Oh, is this game gonna loop?
Oh. Okay.
Oh, it links to the Git repository IRL. That's cute.
Yeah. This commit was not planned. Probably did not save everything. Fix bug. That's all branches, though. I mean, oh, you're using Git flow, which is probably good. Source. Okay, start with nothing. Asset package, bunch of cool stuff. All right, we're good here. Hmm.
So I get the impression this is actually the end.
Yeah.
I don't know where you go once you have linked your Git repository.
This change was made 2 hours ago. That doesn't make any sense.
Seems they've been doing some bug fixing.
Yeah. Interesting. What did you think, Jamie?
I thought it was very clever.
I feel like you're not being very honest.
I am not impressed by the writing.
I think that
character of the narrator, assuming that it is intended to be like a snarky game designer, is very accurate. So that's good, I guess. I mean, it seems like if you're going for a snarky game designer, making you feel bad while you play the game, then that's what I got from it. So it just, I don't know. I played a few Ludum games and other indie games that are similar, I guess, and it just makes me feel impatient while I'm playing it. It's just not my thing as a player.
The lighting and shading and whatnot is very nice. That's true. The ambient occlusion does look very good. You know, there's a reason. What is it? I think it's Code Vein that has an entire level that looks more or less white boxed, right?
I like the idea, of trying to incorporate like the idea of being unfinished into puzzles into the gameplay. Like,
Yeah.
I think that's an interesting idea for maybe. I think it was just like the tone
And
of the narrator more than anything, which is just
to
make
be
you feel
fair,
fatigued.
right? I mean, as far as I can tell, this game was clearly trying to be comedy, right? And comedy is very hard to do, especially on a game jam like time limit, right?
Absolutely.
I always felt like the Stanley Parable specifically did a really good job of like having a clear narrative going on. Whereas this one just starts off with we didn't have a narrative in mind, which makes it more like a magic circle thing, which very clearly starts off with the plot of a game designer who did not have a clear narrative in mind and start going Peter Molyneux with it.
Yeah, it's oh boy, the writing.
I also mentioned that changing the code was a very what's the word I was looking for, the magic circle like thing. The magic circle is you are the playtester, but as you're playing the game, you can make edits to the game code, and thus allow you to change various different behaviors or removing or adding game elements as you go along. So like that was the game impression that I got. It's not so much a Stanley Parable to me as a Magic Circle game to me.
I don't know. So Tara, I know you were a fan of Stanley Parable, which I haven't played. Did you play the Beginner's Guide?
Yes. Oh, I have not played Beginner's Guide. Pardon me, but I do know of it. Why?
I've played both.
Okay. I was just curious, like, in terms of overall tone, because I haven't played the Beginner's Guide, but just looking at, like, trailers and things for it, like, it felt like, I think one of the problems that I have with these types of games is that the tone very often is, like, it's fourth wall breaking for the sake of, like, either, like, comedy that's hit or miss, which is one thing, or just, like, I don't know, commenting on game design, but in a way that's just like, it's like the things I feel like a lot of us already know about game design. Like, it's not that deep of commentary.
It's very surface level.
Right. And like, the thing that intrigued me about Beginner's Guide, for example, is like, I've played a lot of games where people do some narration or things that they use it for like a different purpose. Like, they use it to reveal something about themselves, like something personal, or like I don't know, they just like explore a wider range of tones
Mhm.
and just like being snarky about game design tropes.
Mm-hmm.
And like I don't know, like that's the bit that I'm just kind of over is the like let's comment on the same game design tropes. That like it's like yes, a lot of jam games are unpolished and unfinished, and like that's fine. But I don't know. I guess like I was curious about the beginner's guide because my sense of playing that or of what that seemed to be going for was more like playing the games with somebody. Like I don't know what it was. What the premise is
Coda,
old,
yeah.
old friend or somebody who's died or something.
Mhm.
And like learning something about them from the things that they created, whether or not that's what it actually was, like that to me is like one example of something more interesting you could do. Because it seems like this game is trying to characterize the game creator through like the game environment, and the narration. But it seems like the character that's being presented, this character of like Dave, the game developer, is just like a snarky, cranky game developer who didn't make much progress. That's not a very interesting character to me to like spend a lot of time with. But I think like there's a lot of work that's gone into the game and a lot of effort. And like this, I'm not inherently against this kind of thing, but I would love to see it done for like a different type of character, I guess, or a different type of tone.
I'm just gonna be like completely honest with the Stanley Parable. That's clearly a game that you play once and it's done. Which, to be clear, the first impression of the Stanley Parable is a very strong one because at the time nobody else made a similar form of commentary game. So, don't get me wrong. Like I understand when you play with other people's game, you just feel like you're just going through the same motions as that game again. So definitely there is that problem of done there, seen it again issue. I will say like the beginner's guide is not what you think it is. But I'm not going to spoil any further beyond that. It starts off with a very awesome premise, and then it goes in a very different direction than you originally expected.
Yeah, I guess it's not like when I was asking about it, it's not so much like whether it actually is that. It's just like that was what I pictured when I saw it, and like I'm much more intrigued by that idea.
So, having played both games, right? Let's talk for just a minute about both, right? I won't reveal too much about the beginner's guide because I have played it. I think it's a great game. I recommend it, right? But let's talk about the Stanley Parable because I'm pretty sure like everyone knows about the Stanley Parable at this point, and I don't think there's gonna be some spoilers for the Stanley Parable. So in chat, if like we'll type something in chat if you don't want to hear the spoilers, right?
Spoilers for the Stanley Parable incoming.
There we go. Right. So, what is the Stanley Parable actually about? Right. So, what that story is actually about is a particular character who happens to be the narrator, right? And the problem that that narrator has with their emotional investment into what they think their story should be, and what happens when that runs into players who have some amount of agency, right? And you might notice that is, I mean, the Stanley Parable does some clever, interesting things, fourth wall breaking kind of stuff. But that's really not the interesting thing about the Stanley Parable, right? The interesting thing about the Stanley Parable is that character of the narrator and that interaction between them and the user, right? And the fourth wall breaking stuff is used as a single instrument or tool in order to deliver that narrative, but it's not really, the game's not really about that in itself, right? And similarly, the beginner's guide has some of that stuff in it, but it's not really about that, right? The beginner's guide uses that kind of sort of on the nose, fourth wall breaking game design stuff to talk about other things. And I should note that really the stuff the beginner's guide talks about isn't really connected to game design, in my opinion. It's a lot more general than that. And so this goes to something that I think is just sort of a general truth of fiction, which is that any time that I have seen fourth wall breaking in any media of any kind, and I thought it was good at all, it was always in service of some more interesting thing that was going on. I've never seen that kind of fourth wall breaking stuff or this kind of meta commentary that was really interesting to itself, right? And so that's what I would have to say about this kind of stuff. But I think it's also important to keep in mind that this is a game jam game, right? And the way that these things work in game jams is, let's make a game that's kind of like the Stanley Parable or something like that, right? It's got like a witty narrator, and we want to like implement this feature where like you change the game's code and like do this stuff, and like, and we need some like dialogue for the narrator to say. So someone go off and write that. It doesn't matter, really,
Oh, your microphone is muted, Jamie.
Oh. It doesn't really, matter the quality so much. We just need something, and then we'll assemble the game at the end, and we'll have something complete. And I mean, that is a complete game. It works, right? It has voice acting in it, right? It has multiple different I wouldn't necessarily call them mechanics, but it has like these set pieces, right? And so, I feel like the game overall is a little bit better than this commentary on its narrative aspect lets on. But I do sort of think that's what's going on with the narrative there.
I always felt like the even in the original prototype of the Stanley Parable, where it was basically a Half-Life mod, I thought that was, when I first played that, I thought that game was brilliant too. It wasn't like a fight about so much the player agency as the question of how much agency both the narrator and the player has. And to me, that was like one of the more fascinating aspects of it, because the game itself flat out admits that the narrator doesn't actually have a whole lot of agency in their circumstance either. And that, to me as a game designer, also begs the question of how much agency do I really have in the story that I want to tell, right? So it is, it is technically a game about a narrator that has a little bit of a god complex, but also dealing with the realities that, god complex in general is, a false feeling. It does not matter who you are. It, like, having that much power just simply does not exist in the real world. You're always going to be dealing with the natural elements regardless. So that's how I felt about like the main plot of the Stanley Parable in particular, about that. It wasn't just that the narrator was snarky. It was also that the narrator was stuck in the same problem that the player has as well.
Yeah, it's about the commentary about the situation between the two of them. It's not so much about the flashy mechanics of the set pieces, right?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I've played games where I think the kind of fourth wall breaking elements like that really deepen like some of the characterization in the games. And so I'm not against it as like a technique as a whole. I just think maybe like a more nuanced character than a cranky game designer who puts you down while you're playing
another game.
Yeah, I'm gonna play this. It's Ammodillo.
That is an excellent title.
All right. Was there any row numbers that was posted earlier? Because I just had 19. A bullet hell where you start with no bullets. Oh, 21. All right, I'll write that down. The king seeks a worthy opponent. Before I do that, play as Gunther, an aspiring gladiator. Oh, okay. And fight your way through his trials. Pardon me. And fight your way through his trials to prove your worth to the kingdom. Victory won't be easy, of course. Due to a clerical error, all combatants except you were provided weapons. You have to do your best with just your wit and armadillo-like reflexes. WASD to move, space to dodge, and mouse to fire.
Roll through bullets to pick them up.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Fascinating. Is it a compo game? It is.
Yeah, it says compo.
Alright. technical errors here. We'll be back in a few seconds.
Thanks, Avast.
Pardon me.
What would we do without you?
Really? Oh, there we go. I mean, I would argue my game is also pretty fourth wall breaking as well. Although really not to service anything else other than its really strange game mechanic
I wouldn't
ideas.
call your game fourth wall breaking, actually.
Oh.
Although that starts a really in the weeds discussion, you know. But what is the fourth wall?
All right. I'm almost done. There we go. Cool. It's an Ammodillo. Nice, pleasant music. Good, good. Alright, it's a WASD in space. Okay. I can't shoot. Good. Oh, okay, I got hit. Okay.
Oh, it's nice that the feathers pop out.
Yeah, that's actually really nice. This takes effort. Why did that? Oh, I got crushed.
This looks really hard.
Oh, you go right through the characters. Okay, interesting. I should have stored that.
Wait, is the person who made this in chat?
Yes.
Did you make this with Pygame? What was this made with?
Oh gosh. I should have saved that. They only take 2 hits too. Oh no! What have I done? The foreshadowing. Okay, so I'm starting to get the gist of the game idea. Since the course is so small, I'm not concerned about the camera, which is good.
Having this in a really small arena, I think, is a really inspired choice.
Yes. Gosh, the dodge is not as intuitive as I hoped.
Yeah, the dodge is really short given the thing it's supposed to do.
Well, no, the problem is that whatever direction you hit is a direction you dodge. And most of the time you're running away from it, so you don't realize that you have to run in the opposite direction.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, why did that not register? Okay, so the progression of difficulty is perfectly fine. I'm just a complete scrub. Health recovers once. Okay. Oh, wait, what? Okay, so there's a little delay on when you can trigger your rolls. So that's good to know. Oh, you can go really far.
Oh, wow, look at that.
Okay, well that was me enjoying my collision box. Okay, there's a little wind that pushes you away.
That machine gun is pretty cool if you actually catch all the bullets.
Yes. Oh no. These enemies are a lot harder. I really like the feathers. That's a really nice touch. Okay.
It's very cool that they stay on the stage. Oh.
Oh, okay.
Oh boy.
Are there no iframes? Because that's a little annoying. I mean, I'm obviously playing this a couple of times, so I'm enjoying it. Okay. Hitting the enemy does not actually hurt you. Got it. No, there's no iframes. That's a little sad. I want iframes. I only have 3 health. Iframes is invincibility frames, by the way. Oh, wait, what? No fair. You can walk in all 8 directions.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. This is not going to play well for me.
Our restream doesn't seem to be quite keeping up with, for instance, the Twitch chat.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Yeah, how is the Twitch chat looking so far? Are they really sad at my scrub level of gameplay here?
Plasma Starfish is pointing out that it could be a little bit more generous, I think, but otherwise no one is calling you a scrub. I mean, I think as a game, it looks hard. What's the max bullets you can have? 6. Okay. Try farming a lot of bullets on the first enemy.
Yeah, I'm doing that right now.
Oh, okay, now the chat has called you a scrub.
Okay. Thanks, Taco Pill.
Actually, it was Sipcan.
Thank you for having the UI follow the character. That makes it very easy to see.
Oh,
and
the UI changes color when you're at max.
That is really useful information.
That's good.
Yeah, good on you for figuring out that the player will always be looking at the character.
That's a great death sound.
Oh, okay, that was me.
It'd be really nice if there was some telegraph on those bullets.
Yeah. It's not too bad though, because the timing is easy to read. That said, I do agree. Telegraphing would help significantly. There we go. Okay. Oh, I think I'm good. I'm gonna play this forever if I try this. And like I said, I'm a bit of a scrub.
This is really clearly a well put together great game. This is really good.
I don't have that many complaints. Telegraphing would have been really helpful, but I can easily tell when a multi-hit enemy is being hit. The main complaint I had was that the dodge rule was hard for me to comprehend. I'm wondering, and this is just a really silly idea, I'm wondering if the dodge rule could be binded to the direction that your mouse is in.
Well, let's see what let's see what chat says. I originally had the roll toward the mouse and it felt personally worse.
I see.
Well, you know, I mean, I gotta trust the game designer on that one.
Yeah.
Also, you definitely should be invincible longer. There's technically some invincibility now, but it's short, so it's rarely relevant.
I see.
You have made it to the last wave of birds. There are 4 waves in total, and then a boss fight. Tried to focus as much as possible on the art of screen shake elements, like particles and UI.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, ran out of time for attack animations. That would have made me happy, too.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough.
But yeah, no, most of this is very impressive, and it's very tight. Kind of wanted a little more, but there's not a whole lot that immediately strikes me as this is what I really wanted. Other than that, the controls are very clear and obvious. It would have been nice if the mouse turned into an aiming reticle so that it was very obvious that you're supposed to click. But, you know, that's a super duper minor nitpick and really isn't anything bad. Overall, great job. I had a lot of fun with this. Highly recommend. Nice take on the theme too. I actually thought that was a really cool idea of implementing that theme. So, road numbers. We have about another 40 minutes. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Was HONK rated, by the way?
Yes.
Cool.
I tend to rate, but not leave much in the way of written comments. I hope that's okay.
Always leave comments, because at least that way now your username links directly back to your game. And so people can find your game.
But then you have to say things. Oh, anyway.
Oh, hi, Aaron Light Wolf. Unfortunately, Frederica is not here today. Yeah, she's just not here today. I don't know what her particular reason is, but I'm still glad to see you joining on chat. I still remember you. Cool. Yeah, very cool. I remember having 21. Hi, Taro. Yes, it is in fact me. Sounds can be disturbing, so you can play without them. Can be played in a browser or download in any system. What does it mean by the sound can be disturbing? Who would like to try this one?
I guess I'll do it.
Sure.
I will be taking a bathroom break in the meantime.
They're saying HTML is fine. Okay. Sure. Go ahead and feel free to read.
Cool. Feel free to read. Do you want me to start before you get back?
No, you're fine. Oh, I see.
Do you want me to start playing the game?
Yes, go ahead.
Thank you, Taro. Oh, God. Okay. Nothing on Frontlines. There's some controls. Protect the crystal in the middle of the map by shooting enemies and building out a defensive strategy. Game starts with an empty field and you have nothing to help you defend the base. As you progress, the map will start to evolve and you can build out a defense. Headphones off the head are recommended. Not many complained about the audio. Okay, well, we'll see what's up with that. Oh, some super hot style guys over there. Okay. Ah, yes, I see what they mean. So we want to defend this, and we want to move, and then we have a build mode. Okay. Okay. Space to start the game. Oh dear. Let's turn the volume down. Taro was using that remote to turn the volume down earlier. I do see what you mean. Ooh. Please excuse us for a moment as we see if we can lower the volume on the television. Let's see. Oh. Yeah, that's How did Taro do this? Oh well. Hey, Skyward. So what I can do artificially, I think, is use the volume mixer. Taro, excellent. How do we turn the volume on the TV down? The sound is a bit loud. How did you... Never mind. Yes, but... Okay.
On the side.
Okay, and then space to start. Oh, okay, so...
Super duper quick process on how to make it so that when you're playing a sound effect, it does not become super duper annoying. Number one, before you play the sound effect, change the pitch. In fact, if you randomly change the pitch between, like, say, 0.5 to 1.5, that will go, well, 0.5 to 1.5 is actually not the best range, but that will go an absolutely long way in really reducing the annoyances of the sound effects that you play.
Randomize the pitch a little bit. Oh, that's lame. Changing level just destroyed my turret.
Yeah. But that goes a long way in making things much more pleasant to listen to.
Yeah.
Light flashes are okay. I see why you added it in.
It's a little bit unfortunate.
Yeah. It could be better.
The yellow terrain against the yellow flashes against the white terrain. This game is a little bit too bright.
Yeah.
Because you have what the heck?
Thank you for your careful language.
You are welcome. But it is a little bit hard to see. I think it would have been good for yeah.
Well done. The sound effects could stop at this point.
So yeah, I think the biggest problem you're going to have there is the audio, and the second biggest is it'd be really nice if the level was less bright so you could actually see all the
Yeah.
bullets. The fact that the growing defenses destroy your turrets is a little bit disappointing. It's not a game change. It doesn't like stop the show. You know, it's not like make me leave annoying, but it is a little bit disappointing.
It might be good to like have a silhouette of where the next pieces are going to be placed for the walls. So now you
Yeah.
have a risk versus reward where you can try placing something now.
Some kind of indicator as to where people are coming from as well, so you can anticipate that before they get on the screen. That'd be good.
Absolutely.
The walls kill enemies as well, so you could try to use it to your advantage. Oh, interesting. Okay. I did not notice that. I'm gonna try and play this one more time before we move on. It's not that long.
Yeah. I should increase the volume after this game.
Yes.
I do like the turrets a lot. That's cool.
Mm-hmm. Something feels really weird about the mouse aiming. Oh, you can change what kind of thing you want to build. Huh.
Oh, this other thing. Oh, you can add dummies too. Interesting. Oh, okay. Yikes.
There are many turrets. Yeah, you can right-click to cycle through them. Can't build too close to other turrets. Okay.
Oh, so that was the intent behind that weird little circle. Okay.
That's why there's the orange,
Mhm.
right? Why the things turn orange. Not sure I agree with the idea of not building them too close to other turrets. Making sure they don't overlap is justifiable.
It'd be nice if you can pause while building.
A tactical pause would be a little bit cool. Not sure it's really necessary though, you know.
Mhm.
We live in a post Fortnite world,
True.
you know. It's to make enemies able to pathfind. Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah. I would probably just have enemies acquire things that are in their way as targets.
It would have been nice if the enemies slightly slowed down when they're being shot. Like, I don't know about you, but I thought that
yeah.
that was a little strange that they seem to, be bullet sponges.
Yeah.
And to be clear, this is a game feel thing. I know in real life people don't actually do that, but still, it would have been nice.
I mean, suppression is a real thing in battles,
Right.
you know. Got to be forgiving about the 3-day AI. Well, yeah, that's fair.
Mhm.
You know, these are all, again, like, critique for game jams is, it's all got to be taken with a grain of salt because,
Right.
it's,
But also the nature of Ludum Dare is for self-improvement as well. So
Yes.
I do hope that you take these comments into account next time you work on it. After all, you are allowed to start with a base code. So
Yes. Okay, shall we move on to the next?
sure, absolutely. So row numbers. I say row numbers, and I didn't bring up my computer to show up the row numbers. So.
Yes.
No.
I don't know the things to type, so you have to type it from your laptop.
Yeah, I know I do.
Yeah,
Oh, well, the chat is right there on the right side of the screen at the very least.
that's true, but I don't know what to type.
Row numbers. Please.
Criteria for critic for game jams are funny because usually people know what the crap parts of your game are. That's fair. I suppose. You know, I mean that's always you know, it is of limited usefulness. You know, serious critique of games because the people who make them are typically very aware of what the weaknesses of their games are. But sometimes, you know, sometimes people surprise you with a piece of critique.
Okay. In the meantime, I shall switch over.
Yeah, 90% of the time, we ran out of time. Yeah. We know that. I ran out of time on my Ludum Dare game, so, you know.
Ho ho! That was nothing on the front lines. We have not yet rated it. I have not rated our Ammodillo yet. I need to work on that too. Anyone else in the chat so far? I'm a little... Maybe I should just bring up the normal Twitch interface. I'm actually really impressed with the game selections that we had. Jamie missed a lot of them, but there were a lot of really good ones.
We have had some pretty good submissions.
Yeah. Huh.
Give me 5 stars for sound. Yeah, if it makes you feel better, Sipcan, I also completely ran out of time for sound effects.
Oh, there it is. Found it.
I have
Is it
just
on there?
terrible. I took 4 notes from a chord and had them get randomly played when important things in my game happened. And I was not able to remove like a clicking noise at the end of the clip. So I expect to get quite a few comments about that annoying clicking noise about my game. I sympathize is what I'm saying.
I don't see Shadow Knight on there. I don't see Caddis. Neo. Emily BX. Where are links to your fame, by the way? Links to our fame includes Primordial, Quasith... Here. 1.2. 3. 4. 'Alright, cool. Yeah, we provided all the links to all the games, so at least that's cool. That's done. And then the developer.
It is 5:37.
Yes.
I will need to head out at 6 o'clock. So
Yes, that makes perfect sense to me.
Okay.
We'll probably be I can probably be a trooper and take care of the last 20 minutes anyways. So
I mean, I don't have to leave now.
I see. Okay,
I
Crowd
don't
Dev
want you to be
is
surprised
here,
though.
and Skyward is here. Would you like us to start? Is Skyward online? Skyward. Sweet. Jamie, would you like to try this?
Skyward's totally here. Oh, that looks like an RPG Maker game. Louisiana James. Louisiana James.
Does it say nope?
I've never
Standalone
heard
EXE
of that
download. No
Indiana
need to
joke
install.
before.
All right, I'm gonna work on this real quick.
Oh, it's
Oh,
Game Maker.
Wait a
Okay.
minute. Give me a minute. I have a bad feeling about this.
Oh man. Avast is real suspicious.
Yeah, Avast really does not like this. So, if in case it doesn't show up, we're dealing with Avast right now, trying to scan this, and it's gonna close. Oh, no problems. We did it. Awesome. All right, I'm gonna move it to Jamie.
Oh, all the assets were made in 72 hours for Ludum Dare. Cool.
That's really impressive because I totally did not do that. I should have.
I did that in 48 hours, but a lot of my assets are really, really, really bad.
Well, you made a Keyblade, right?
I did make a Keyblade. That's true. I did make a Keyblade. It's a really bad Keyblade, though.
That's the power of the really bad Keyblade. Cool. Hey, Skyward. This is Jamie. I'm going to play your game, Buried Things. Looks cool. I like the screenshot already.
Yeah.
Okay, you are Louisiana James, and it's your task to fill an empty museum with artifacts buried under the sand of a mysterious desert. Look for clues and hunt for treasure. 100% of assets made in 72 hours. Cool, cool.
Stratomancer.
Oh man, looks cool. All right, let's find some buried treasure. Kablamo. All right, let's see. Where is the actual executable, Taro? Buried things. Okay.
I hope to someday make a game that is named
Yeah, sure thing.
as well as Ammodillo.
Good.
But let's focus on this game. That's not bad for music.
Very soothing. Oh, but adventurous at the same time. Ahem.
Oh, this
I love
Thank
the.
you for doing the highlighting the spotlight and everything.
Yes, Louisiana Jamie. That's me. Yeah, no, this is cool. I love that title screen, by the way. I love the character on it.
This is great so far.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Let's see. I'm clicking. Call me Louis. Email. I understand you need. Is that Louis.email or Louis? Okay. I understand you need an archaeologist, geologist, paleontologist, stratomancer.
Stratomancer.
I don't think that's a word. Oh, we may need to cast some rolls here. This goes on. Let's see. Who wants to be this gray old man with the bushy beard?
I can be the gray old man.
All right.
As you can see, there are no exhibits yet. But there will be. Luckily for us, I have this detailed treasure map. Oh dear, looks like we start with nothing.
That's good. 5 stars on theme. You nailed it. So how am I going to know where to dig?
You're young, you'll work it out.
I'm 62.
Ah, to be 62 again. Look for clues in the desert. Who knows what you might find?
All right, then I will.
Okay, but that's apparently all we needed.
Find copies of E.T.
So I seem to recall sound plays an important part. So let's boost that volume.
Let's dig up this cactus. Oh, that's close. This music is so good.
Yeah, this is really good music.
Yeah, everything about the presentation. Oh man, I turn around when I walk up. Unbelievable.
You can make this, Jamie.
What? No.
If you tried hard enough, I believe you can make games like these too.
Oh, thanks, Taro. It's sweet of you to say.
Just try digging at every spot at the bottom of that cliff, since it takes some time to get there.
What was that, Andrew? Sorry.
Like,
Oh,
you know
oh.
how you have to go
See that
around
mirage?
that like cliff formation?
Yeah.
Oh.
I saw a mirage of a shovel.
Oh.
It's a thing, all right.
It looks like a Lego head.
What do you do?
Well, it was, all credit goes to whoever created the music and art.
I apologize for the incredible noise in the background. We are in a makerspace, just to let you know. Co-working space and a makerspace, so you're gonna hear like table saws and whatnot in the background.
Skyward says, if you'd like hints, you can check out the museum. Button is in the top corner.
I may do that in just a moment.
Oh, those are graves. We should dig them up.
Sick.
Right? Like,
Yeah.
I will not desecrate any graves.
aren't you an archaeologist?
That's what it's all about. All right, let's check out this museum. Strange face.
Buried by midnight night. Translate the runes inscribed upon the obelisk.
Hmm.
You can read obelisks?
What do we think for a translation of these words?
I don't know what a pumment is.
PMN up? Permanent up?
Tumbleweed. Whoop. Oh. That delay though.
Do
Come
you
back
feel
here,
like
tumbleweed.
a 62-year-old?
Oh. Oh yeah.
Hey. Having to
Gladiator.
having to dig up stuff to fill a museum is a really interesting take of Start With Nothing.
Right.
That's one of the more unique takes I've seen. This reminds me of music from Minish Cap, The Legend of Zelda Minish Cap.
Yeah.
That sort of Capcom era. What tools do you guys use to make the music?
That's a thinker. Alright. There's some clue about bird skulls. Do you see what they see?
I don't think that's a bird, so...
Oh, I know. That's
But
the
it
only...
does seem like that should do something, right?
Probably.
Giant dinosaur bones seems relevant.
I don't see any other... Are there, like, other screens, or is it just this one? I hope it's just...
You're missing like transitions to other areas.
No, I know. It's already a lot of ground to cover.
Just this screen, Skyward says.
Yeah. I see. Okay, let's see here. So, find the bird skulls. Do you see what they see? Translate the runes. Dig for treasure, but be not consumed. So maybe near the mouth.
Yeah, like
Of
inside
that.
the giant thing's mouth.
Shy creature won't show its face unless it can't see you. Sounds of an underground river to the south. Field of stone tablets. Wise man, the shade of trees,
Or something.
or something. Upon the mesa, winding path.
So the winding path has to be that like cliff formation, right?
Yeah. And the stone tablets is also the graves. Okay, let's see. That winding path is somewhere around here, right?
Oh, those are some bird skulls. Oh, they're in four
Oh.
corners.
Yeah,
One
okay,
towards
okay.
center.
Cool. Nice. Good catch.
Hey.
Woohoo! Bird. Sorry, ostrich. Interesting. Was there a clue related to that? I don't remember.
There was a clue about an animal that can't see you.
Okay. So they said, is one of these more fragile than the others? I mean, not visibly, but I guess we can just try them.
There's one known bug.
There's one known bug.
Is there something we should avoid? If the ostrich runs away, follow it.
Okay.
Okay.
Buried bugs. Oh.
This is grave robbing.
Hmm.
Is that a part of the stone we just stole?
Sacrificial altar. Cool. Wicked. Okay, so let's see. Be not consumed. So we should be near that skull. Let's just see. So be not consumed, maybe like outside the mouth? Hmm.
What if it's just not the right spot inside its mouth?
Yeah. Okay.
There you go.
That was a little obscure, but we got a boot. Literally a boot. Okay. Alright. The obelisk. Shy creature.
That's gotta be the ostrich.
Yeah, unless it can't see you. Follow sounds of an underground river. Shade of trees. Winding path. Northeast. Sand in the light. Okay. So we're kind of in the south. Let's see if we can hear this underground river. Let me know if you hear it. Well, we figured it out in the mouth. It led me to the general area. Do you hear anything?
No.
Maybe.
That's water.
Okay. It's hard for me with the headphones, so let me know if it's like, do like warm or colder or something.
I can't hear it now.
Okay.
That's really hard to hear. Oh. There you go.
Sweet.
It's static on a TV because noise sounds like water.
Oh. Nice. Okay, let's see. So go to the ostrich.
Depending on how quickly we go through this may be our last entry, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's looking likely.
You guys are making games with too much content.
Well, this will be us ending on a high note. This is a fun one. Okay, so if it can't see me, I don't.
Yeah, it looks like it's a range proximity.
So what does the clue say exactly again? Won't show its face. So if you think if we're like just out of range, I don't know. This would be like a really wide area to search.
It's a really wide search area. Maybe there's like You see the giant cactus there above the ostrich?
Yeah.
What if you try to approach from that direction? Hey!
Cool. Oh, okay, wait. I have to follow it, right? Little help. I hope that wasn't the bug. Oh no.
Yeah, that seems
Okay.
like that happened.
Sorry, I tried to follow it.
Well, you know, these things happen.
But we solved it. Yay! All right. Well,
we didn't get it. There was a bug apparently.
Is there
Anubis.
is there an end state to the game?
Or is that Bast? Is that Anubis or Bast? Wait a minute. Sorry, what, Tar?
Is there an end state to this game? Like not having that item is a problem.
It's a cat. Okay, great. Yeah, I don't know. But we could find the other three.
Right.
Might as well. You get a wind jingle and a dancing old man. Ah.
Tragic.
Yeah,
They
we're
don't
go-
get to see me dancing.
We're gonna be deprived of a dancing old man. What a world. Okay,
I wanted to hear more of Andrew's voice acting.
Tragic.
okay, sand.
I don't know why he became Eastern European.
That's part of the bug. That's just what happens. So said something about see how the sand catches the light in the northeast. So I'm assuming it's in this shiny.
Well, isn't the center of the screen always lit up that way?
Yeah, it is.
Oh really? Oh wow. Shows how attentive I am. Okay. But something about the sand catching the light in the northeast.
So that means that something's going to be revealed in that spot in the northeast. I don't know if you see an X on the ground.
These I Spies are pretty cool. I like it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hey! Whoa, that was
Oh.
Morse code. What?
Interesting. Okay.
Okay, should I get a Morse code thingy?
Oh god. Oh, this is great. This is giving me some Fisherman's Friends vibes, I have to say.
But Fisherman Friends is a very different game.
It's very different, but
Alright,
it
what
just
should I-
just so you know,
what should I start
Skyward,
typing?
just so you know, that's a massive compliment to you. Fisherman's Friends is like my favorite Ludum Dare game of all time.
Go down a little bit.
I gotta start typing here.
Sorry.
All right. Does it start with those? Oh, okay. So it's like dot dot dash dot space dot dash dot. Whoops. Dash dash dash. Dash dash slash dot dash dot dash dash dash
From
dot dash dot. Oh wait, no, there's another dot there. And then dash dot dash.
rock,
Okay.
scroll a little bit to the left, please. Thank you. Lots of dots. Or lots of dashes, actually.
Starts with a dot though.
Okay, and then dot dash 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 slash
10.
dot 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 dash 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 dot dot dash dash dot 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 from rock 10 south. All right, third line. Dash dot 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 dot.
We are
Slash
definitely putting a lot more
dot
effort on this,
dot
yes.
Dash dot dot dot.
East.
Dash.
By how many units? A little bit to the right, please.
10 south, 6 east.
Oh, 10 south, 6
From
east.
rock, 10 south, 6 east.
From this rock, I guess.
That's the most noticeable rock.
Okay, 10 south, 6 east. Okay. One. Well,
Oh,
it's
the lack
not.
of a
It's not like
is-
grid based.
Yeah.
10 south. Okay.
It clearly is grid based, but it's hard to see.
What
like-
if you keep digging downwards?
Oh no, you know what
Oh,
you could do is
yeah,
don't you
that could
have
work.
like the highlighty thing, right?
Well, no, that highlights when you dig.
Um,
Hold space
yeah,
to
I'll dig. Yeah, because it's grid
Oh,
based.
you can hold space apparently.
Interesting.
Holding space counts grids.
Counts grids.
Ah.
Okay. Good to know. Okay, so from here, they said 10 south.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then 6.
6 east.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sweet.
Oh, that's
Triumph.
Mission accomplished.
fun. Do you need
It's
to
all
go?
worth it for that jar.
It is about time for me to head out.
All right.
Special thanks to Morse code translator.
Oh, wait. Wait, you need to help us
I'm here to help.
with the runes.
It's not a hard timeline. I can stick around until the end of this one, but then I'll have to go.
Yeah, what is this?
So,
What do the runes mean?
oh, man.
PMN. It says PMN plus. Is that
Well,
Greek?
it's a backward N.
Oh.
Do you think that that's in Oh man.
Is it sideways? Oh gosh, if it's supposed to be read sideways. Z.
I don't think it.
I don't
think
I
it's
don't see
sideways.
how you read it sideways.
What if you're supposed to read it upside down?
Nap nap
NWD. North, west.
West. Pouth. Not Greek, but you're along the right lines. Is not Greek, but you're along the right lines.
Did the
Skyward,
shadows?
Skyward, is it a fictional language?
Did the shadow change direction?
Oh, it might have. Yeah, it did. It totally did. Good spot on the shadow.
It's a real language.
Yeah.
It said runes. Translate the runes.
Is it Cyrillic? Is it? It's probably not Sanskrit. Actual runes. Runic language. Runic alphabets.
Oh yeah, that looks very similar.
Okay, so the one that looks like a P is a W. The M is an E. And the backward N.
West. Backward and is this one? No.
Oh, you think it's this one?
Yeah.
Would that be south?
West. West to the rune. Try digging to the west of the rune, which I know you started on.
Wait, what? Sorry, I'm lost. What did it translate to?
West.
It's this translated to west?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, the arrow translates to T.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, Alex Rose. If he happens to be on the stream. Hi, Alex.
Good on Alex
we met-
Rose.
Yeah.
We met at GDC. This is Taro speaking. Omiya Games. But yeah, no, he's certainly an interesting figure. I seem to remember we had a pleasant time at the Ludum Dare GDC party.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is really working out here. So
Yeah, we clearly haven't completely solved this.
Oh,
Never mind.
Oh, it's the direction where the shadow was pointing, but right now the shadow is pointing east. Oh gosh, I get it now.
Okay, I still don't, but I'm glad you do. All right, wise men stand in the shade of trees. It moves whenever you come back to it. Okay.
I'm liking these. Just
No, it's cool. That was a tough one.
These are
but
good.
They're good.
all right. Where's this man?
Go learn a language, scrub.
Whoa.
I don't see any trees.
There's a tree next to the oasis. Little puddle of water.
That's right, there was. And they said it was in the shade, right?
Good call.
Yeah.
Good call. And yeah, Skyward, if you did want to tell us where to find the last one, that'd be cool after we do this one.
I think we need to look at the hint again.
It just said wise men stand in the shade of trees or something. That was the clue. This is like a big shade area.
Yeah, you can do that one spot. So are you not allowed to do that one spot you didn't do on the top there?
No, you can do it. I have a feeling it's the southmost, so I might be wrong.
All right, let's try. Whoops.
I am wrong.
Yeah, the fact that it doesn't line up with the grid is not encouraging.
Yep. It is hard to tell the direction that the shadows are supposed to be outside of directly below.
This tree doesn't have a shadow,
Mm-hmm.
so we might be wrong here.
Hmm.
There might be another tree. I mean, that's not even a shadow. That's like
You're at the right
moisture
tree.
from the lake, right?
Oh, wait, what happened there? Oh, is it just me it being weird?
Yeah, I don't think we're in the right spot.
This is moisture.
I'm out of ideas, so...
I don't think this is it. I think we need to walk around and say, hey, there's probably another tree we didn't notice.
Well, no, they did say that's the right
Skyward
tree.
said we're at the right tree.
Did they
Yes.
say that?
Yeah,
Oh, you're at the right tree. Uh-oh.
but they did say that this is moisture as well, apparently, rather than shade.
Jamie, can you like go down 3 and then go to the left? One more. Is it possible to dig that spot?
Yeah, good call.
Oh!
What? What was that?
Cool, thanks, Andrew.
Cool. I guess.
Alright, what was the last one again?
So the last one we didn't get is the one you
That
needed
was the ostrich
for.
one.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Skyward said something about telling us where it was, but I don't know if we need to see that old man dance that
Oh, yeah,
much.
you might as well let us know.
Yeah. The camera is a quarter width the map.
Right.
There's a pebble southwest of the ostrich. Okay.
So the,
Ostrich was here,
right.
so
You know what, Skyward? That actually doesn't surprise me at all.
One
That's
of those
like
two.
that's like 16 screens worth of map. That's a lot of map.
nearest.
It's 2 right and 1 up from one of these pebbles. Remember, you can hold a space. We did it!
You got it.
Sweet.
Yeah, this was a bug, so we needed this.
Worth it. Worth it.
Hooray! Look upon my sweet dance moves!
There you go.
Glorious.
That's adorable. I love it. That's a great end screen.
Beautiful. I loved it. Very fun.
Excellent.
Cool. Good one to go out on. Thanks, Skyward.
That was fun.
Did anybody have any Any feedback they wanted to give?
Wow, those clues are really hard. This was definitely meant to be played in a group, I feel like.
Yeah, no, I think that's why. So I was mentioning Fisherman's Friends. You can look up our old video of that. It's on YouTube. That was one that just really lended itself to like group puzzle solving in a fun way. So we had a blast with that one. And this is like the perfect setting for this kind of thing, I feel like this would have taken me much longer on my own. Like the rune one, if I was just trying to solve it on my own, I would have been stuck for ages. But
Yeah.
but it was super fun to solve it together.
Mm-hmm.
Any other comments?
Yeah, my goodness, the clues are really difficult to comprehend. I don't know how to criticize on that, because the end problem when you have with that is like, you know, the point of the game is so that you have to use external resources like the Morse translator to find out all the clues. And like, I can't say that's a bad game design in any way.
I have less of a problem with it in cases like this where it's really clear that you need to go outside the game.
Right, exactly.
The runic thing I thought was a little bit harder to determine that.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, you know, how long were we really going to spend until, you know, I Googled runic?
Yeah, definitely.
And looked it up.
Definitely.
Right?
I mean, I know, like, if I was playing it on my own, I would have gotten there eventually. I will say my first impulse, when I knew, like, okay, that's probably some real runes or some real language. My first impulse was to look at the kind of archaeological artifacts and see, like, if they indicated some particular language. But because they're just all different, you know, all inspired by different cultures and stuff, that didn't really lead me anywhere. But I don't know. That might have been one way to sort of like indicate that, rather than it just being, you know, whatever pops up on Google when you type in runes, which is, you know.
At least the clues seemed clear enough. There was a multi-step process in figuring out what each of them actually stood for, which is good, in my opinion. That's actually a really good, fantastic game design.
I think these were fun to solve.
Rather than, oh, like, you know, wherever the light shines, and it's exactly where the light shines. Like, you know, that one you could have figured out without the clue, for example.
I really like the fact that it's like when the light shines and then it's Morse code. And just the added step, like, it doesn't add any difficulty to the puzzle because you Google Morse code, right? But it feels good to be like, oh man, I'm a hacker going Morse code.
That was the one that gave me the most Fisherman's Friends vibes. I'm sorry to keep mentioning this other game, but you'll see if you like watch the video or play it. You'll see why. Yeah.
Okay.
What happened at the end of Fisherman Friends? I don't think this was a huge spoiler for us to talk about.
I mean, we succeeded with our powers combined.
Yeah, we succeeded, and it caused the toll booth to explode. It was very random.
It was the kind of thing, like, I feel like I would have had no chance to complete Fisherman's Friends on my own. Like, it required us really actively, like, coordinating with somebody looking some stuff up on the computer, and the other person, like, feeding them info.
You guys played in a different jam?
Yeah, it was the first Ludum Dare that we ever streamed.
Sounds like you guys are describing an old LucasArts game.
It's really... that was also a funny stream because we were trying to save Ludum Dare. By that term, we mean going through any of the games that didn't have enough ratings.
Oh, okay.
And so that we would rate ones that did get it, and just like, you know, that Fisherman Friends was just not well rated, so we were like trying to save it, and we're like, wow, this is a hidden gem.
Yeah. I think it's you know, it can be a tough thing to come up with like puzzles and riddles and come up with hints that are like, you know, easy enough that most people will figure them out, but not like overly obvious. Like, I think you did a really good job.
I am shocked by the great quality of the puzzle difficulty in this game jam game. Like, I'm shocked how good it is.
Yeah, and just the variety of the different you know types of little clues and riddles was really cool.
Props for the introductory scene.
Yes.
Yeah, that was really well narrated.
The spotlight was a nice touch.
Everything about the presentation is great. Like, yeah.
Well
so
done.
this was multiple people. Skyward, you said like you worked with other people who did like art and music.
I mean, the individual things had credits to people with usernames, right?
Oh,
Two.
Was that like each of those was made by?
Yeah.
no,
right,
it says
'cause-
two of us. Oh, art submissions from our community. Yeah, so you're right.
From your community.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
No.
You have a
Nice.
community.
Sweet.
Well, they're fairly cohesive considering.
Yeah.
Like, doesn't look like a bunch of different art styles. So
Yeah.
that's cool.
Awesome.
Nice. Yeah,
Super cool.
Great
Yeah,
job.
very
Thanks
cool.
for submitting.
All
And
right.
Thanks for joining us.
And I'm going to depart. See you guys later.
Yeah, I'll see you later. I think we're wrapping up the stream for today. We'll be back in a week's time, next Sunday. So join us again. Submit your games if you know anybody else who has games that they want to submit. Encourage them to do so, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.
Oh, right. Thank you, Taco Pill, for reminding us that you should totally sponsor us on Patreon and follow us on Twitch. By Patreon, of course, it's at patreon.com/techvalue.